Syphilis is often called the great imitator because it mimics many other diseases. This makes it easy to overlook until it's too late. Today, we're going to discuss the key warning signs you should never ignore, because catching this infection early could mean the difference between recovery and long-term complications. Imagine this. One day, you feel completely normal, but maybe a slight rash or an odd sore appears. Nothing alarming, right? You might chalk it up to allergies or stress. Weeks go by and that rash doesn't disappear. In fact, it spreads. Little do you know, this could be the first sign of syphilis, a silent but dangerous infection that's becoming more common. Stay with me as we explore these warning signs in detail. What you learn today could protect you or someone you care about. Before we dive into the symptoms, let's take a moment to understand what we're dealing with. Syphilis is a sexually transmitted infection caused by the bacterium Treponema pallidum. It spreads primarily through direct contact with a syphilis sore during sexual activity. What makes syphilis so dangerous is its progression in stages, with each stage presenting different symptoms. If left untreated, it can eventually damage your heart, brain, and other vital organs. Syphilis doesn't always reveal itself in obvious ways, which is why it's critical to recognize these 5 warning signs. Each symptom can appear at different stages of the infection, so it's important to seek medical help the moment you notice something unusual. Let's start with the first, and often most overlooked, warning sign. The first warning sign of syphilis is the appearance of painless sores, known as chancres. These typically show up at the site where the syphilis bacteria entered your body, usually around the genitals, rectum, or mouth. They're firm, round, and painless, meaning many people don't even notice them or think it's something minor. But don't be fooled. Just because these sores go away doesn't mean the infection is gone. In fact, this is just the first stage. Without treatment, the bacteria silently moves on to the next phase. Now, imagine you've ignored that sore, and a few weeks later, you notice something strange, a rash. This brings us to warning sign number 2, skin rashes. These rashes can appear anywhere on the body, but they are often found on the palms of your hands or the soles of your feet. They might be faint or pronounced, and they don't itch, therefore making them easy to dismiss. These rashes may come and go, but this is a clear sign that the infection has moved to the secondary stage. Left untreated, syphilis can continue to do damage beneath the surface. At the secondary stage, syphilis doesn't stop with just a rash. You might also experience fever, swollen lymph nodes, fatigue, headaches, and even hair loss. But the scary part? These symptoms come and go, which is why many people never get tested. Feeling unusually tired for no apparent reason? This brings us to warning sign number 3, extreme fatigue and unexplained weakness. This is often dismissed as stress or a busy schedule, but it could be your body's way of fighting a systemic infection like syphilis. This symptom is tricky because it's easy to attribute to other causes, but when paired with other signs, it's a red flag. One of the lesser-known signs of syphilis is hair loss, especially patchy hair loss on the scalp, eyebrows, or other parts of the body. Known as syphilitic alopecia, this warning sign may not be as obvious, but is still crucial in identifying the infection early. Your lymph nodes play a key role in fighting infections, and with syphilis, they're often swollen, particularly in the neck, armpits, or groin. This is warning sign number 5. Swollen lymph nodes, along with other symptoms, are a clear indication that your body is under attack and needs medical attention. If you've noticed any of these symptoms, don't wait. The only way to know for sure is through a simple blood test. Early diagnosis and treatment can stop syphilis in its tracks. Please talk to your healthcare provider or visit a clinic if you have any concerns. What happens if you ignore these signs? Syphilis can eventually progress into latent and tertiary stages, where it becomes much harder to treat. At this point, syphilis can cause damage to your heart, brain, and even bones, leading to paralysis, blindness, or dementia. The good news is, this can be completely prevented with early treatment. Syphilis may sound scary, but it's entirely preventable and treatable. By practicing safe sex, getting tested regularly, and being aware of these warning signs, you can protect yourself and your loved ones from the long-term consequences of this infection. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, Make sure to hit subscribe and share it with someone who might need this information.